Speak with purpose, think with clarity, and act with power. There is a power in silence, a force in restraint, and an undeniable strength in clarity of thought. The world around you is chaos. It is noise, distraction, and emotion, constantly pulling at your mind, demanding a reaction. But what if you could stand still in the storm? What if you could move with purpose while others stumble in confusion? What if you could act with unwavering power while the world is lost in hesitation? This is Stoicism, the ancient philosophy that has guided warriors, emperors, and thinkers for over 2,000 years. And today we will explore how you can master yourself through three fundamental principles: speaking with purpose, thinking with clarity, and acting with power. Stay with me because by the end of this journey you will see the world through the eyes of a true Stoic, calm, unshaken, and in absolute control. I. Speak with purpose. The Stoic discipline of words, 400 words. The ancient Stoics did not speak to be heard, they spoke to matter. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, wrote in his private journals, "Let no word escape your lips unless it carries the weight of virtue." In an age of endless noise, we have forgotten this discipline. We gossip, complain, and react without thought, diluting our power with every careless syllable. But the Stoics, they measured words like gold. Seneca, the exiled advisor, warned Nero with silence before speech, knowing that true authority lies in restraint. When you speak from impulse, you are a slave to emotion. When you speak with purpose, you command reality. Consider the modern battlefield: social media, offices, relationships. How often do we wound with words we don't mean? How often do we chatter to fill voids? The Stoic remedy is brutal: silence. Train yourself to pause before responding. Ask the threefold filter: is it true? Is it necessary? Does it serve growth? If not, let it die unspoken. Epictetus, the lame slave who became a sage, taught, "Nature gave you one tongue but two ears. Listen twice as much as you speak." This is not passive silence. This is the silence of a lion stalking its prey. When you do speak, let it cut through lies like a sword. Speak little, mean much. 2. Think with clarity. The art of Stoic judgment, 400 words. Chaos is not in the world, it is in your perception. The Stoics carved this truth into stone. You suffer not from events, but from your judgments about them. Epictetus. Here lies the core of Stoic power. A shipwreck is a tragedy to the merchant, but an adventure to the philosopher. Why? Because one sees loss, the other sees opportunity. Modern life bombards us with distortions: fear of lack, obsession with status, imagined slights. The Stoic mind strips these illusions bare. Practice this daily: morning clarity. Before touching your phone, write, "Today I will see things as they are." When anger flares, hear Marcus Aurelius, "This is nothing new. This too shall pass." When anxiety whispers, remember Seneca's experiment. He lived on bread and water to prove hardship is imagined. Your mind is a mirror. If left unclean, it reflects distortions. Polish it with logic. The Stoic tool? Dichotomy of control. Draw a line between what you control, your actions, judgments, and what you don't, others' opinions, external events. Waste no energy on the latter. When a problem arises, ask, "Can I change it?" If yes, act. If no, accept. This is not resignation, it is strategic focus. Clarity is the weapon. Wield it. Third, act with power. The Stoic fire of will, 400 words. Action without virtue is noise. Action with Stoic discipline. This is legacy. Cato the Younger, the senator who defied Caesar, chose death over compromise. His final act? Reading Plato's Phaedo on immortality before falling on his sword. This is Stoic action, aligned with principle, fearless in execution. Modern men delay, negotiate, and excuse. Stoics do. The ritual? Deliberate practice. Start small. Jab tak nakao, right nakaro. Until it's done, no rewards. Hunger sharpens focus. Cold showers train discomfort. Embrace voluntary hardship to inoculate against life's blows. Musonius Rufus, the teacher of Epictetus, forced students to sleep on stone to teach, luxury weakens, austerity fortifies. When procrastination strikes, hear Zeno's lesson. He lost everything in a shipwreck, then rebuilt his life in Athens, starting from zero. The Stoic mantra, action is the antidote to despair. Marcus Aurelius. Don't wait for motivation. Act first, and momentum will follow. IV. Destroying Emotions, The Stoic Alchemy, 300 words. Emotions are not your enemies. They are unrefined fuel waiting for your mastery. The Stoics didn't suppress anger or fear. They transformed them into disciplined action through what Seneca called the alchemy of reason. When Nero's rage threatened Rome, Seneca met it with calm precision. When Epictetus faced the humiliation of slavery, he forged it into unshakable freedom. This is your task today, to become the crucible where raw emotion becomes steel. Begin with the pause. When insult strikes, when panic rises, institute a mandatory 3-breath delay. In that space, ask the Stoic questions. Does this serve my virtue? What would Marcus do now? This simple gap between stimulus and response contains all your power. Next, practice negative visualization, not to dwell in darkness, but to illuminate your present blessings. Picture losing your job, your health, your loved ones. Feel that grief fully, then open your eyes to what you still possess. This exercise, perfected by the ancients, turns complacency into fierce gratitude. The final transformation comes through directed action. Channel anger into rigorous training, convert fear into preparation, transform lust into creative energy. Like Musonius Rufus, who taught philosophy while exiled to a barren island, make every emotion work for your growth. Remember, a storm has power, but only when harnessed. Your emotions contain that same primal force. Will you let them destroy you or propel you forward? V. The Call, Your Stoic Legacy. The Stoic path is not for spectators. It demands you step into the arena. Right now, history watches as you choose. Will you be another voice lost in the chaos, or will you join the lineage of those who mastered themselves? This philosophy survived empires and torture chambers because it works. Marcus Aurelius ruled Rome with these principles. James Stockdale endured captivity by them. Today, they pass the torch to you. Your mission is clear. Live so that when your final hour comes, you meet it not with regret, but with the quiet satisfaction of one who fought well. Begin with the morning invocation. Before checking your phone, before coffee, stand at your window and declare, "Today I will meet whatever comes with clarity and courage." This simple act aligns you with centuries of Stoic practitioners who understood that days are won at dawn. When distractions come, and they will, you'll have already planted your flag on higher ground. The evening audit completes the cycle. Review your actions not with self-flagellation, but with the detached eye of a sculptor perfecting his craft. Where did you speak without purpose? When did emotion cloud your judgment? These are not failures, but chisel strokes shaping your better self. The modern world desperately needs Stoic warriors, not in marble statues or dusty books, but in boardrooms and classrooms, in quiet homes and public squares. When you pay a bill without complaining, you honor Epictetus. When you listen more than you speak, you walk with Seneca. When you face injustice without losing your principles, you march with Cato. This is how philosophy becomes flesh, through your daily choices. The call echoes across 2,000 years. Will you take up the mantle? The tools are in your hands. The time is now. The world is waiting. Conclusion. In a world consumed by noise and distraction, the Stoic path offers clarity, strength, and mastery over self. To speak with purpose is to wield words with precision. To think with clarity is to strip away illusion and face reality as it is. To act with power is to embrace discipline, reject hesitation, and move with unwavering intent. But true mastery lies in transforming emotions. Anger becomes discipline. Fear turns into preparation, and hardship fuels growth. The Stoic does not suppress emotions but refines them into tools for strength. Now the call is yours to answer. Will you rise above distraction and weakness, choosing wisdom over impulse? Each day presents a battlefield, and each night a reckoning. Speak less, observe more, act decisively. Master yourself, and you master the world.